Hey there, it's Dave at No Recipe Required, and tonight I'm going to show you my recipe for turkey chili. Now, a lot of people are trying to cut out red meat. This is a great place to do it because chili is such a rich, wonderful dish with so many different flavors in there that substituting out the beef really doesn't make a huge difference if you want to make it just a little bit healthier. I think you're going to love the flavors. It takes a while to cook, but it's not real active cooking. You kind of set the pot up and then you can walk away for hours. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, give my channel a subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. So I start my turkey chili in a saute pan, high-sided. Obviously, you can use a stock pot as well. Now, I'm using onion, garlic, and red bell pepper to start off with. Olive oil to coat the pan. You want to hit it with a good couple pinches of salt. Start breaking down these vegetables and sweating them out. You really just need to kind of stir, toss, and cook over medium heat until the onions are translucent. It's going to reduce down. We'll come back, start adding some of our other ingredients. So once the onions are cooked down, nice and translucent, I've got a pasilla pepper here that I roasted, took the skin off, and de-seeded. Now, you certainly don't have to add that. You don't have to add any ingredients really to chili. It's so open to interpretation. I happen to like that little bit of extra smokiness that the roasted pepper gets, as well as just a little bit of spice. I'm also going to add just over a pound of ground turkey. And I'm just going to continue to cook until the turkey is fully cooked and all the way through. And I'm going to kind of constantly push it around, chop it up, and get it into that kind of fine dice. So once our turkey is cooked off, before we add any of our liquids, we're going to hit it with a couple spices. Two of the main spices that I really want to come through are cumin. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon and a half to that. You don't need to be exact. And then I'm going to add about the same amount of chili powder as my other kind of main spice. I've got a little bit of paprika I like because of the the beautiful color on there. Mine's a little stiff. We'll throw that in there. Oregano. And then what am I up to? Fifth spice is cinnamon, which I just put kind of a dash in. It's a pretty strong spice and it'll definitely come through with just a little bit. I put them in now to allow those spices to toast and get a little bit more flavor. And make sure you add regular old fresh ground black pepper as well as a good amount of salt. And we're going to come back in about 5 minutes and start adding our tomato and some of our other liquids. Now that wonderful color we have on the meat there, that's just from the spices. Haven't hit it with our tomato yet. So I'm going to pour in enough kind of crushed tomato to almost go double, kind of cover it by double, I guess, maybe an inch above where the meat is. I'll reserve the rest and just freeze it, maybe use it for a soup, use it for something else. The other liquid that I like to throw, especially in turkey chili like this, to give it another flavor, is a little bit of beer. But before we do that, I like to let the tomato just kind of reduce down for about 20 minutes or so and start concentrating some of that flavor. It's been about half an hour. And if you can remember, this was pretty loose. I put in quite a bit more tomato. I was covering the meat, and now it's reduced kind of all the way down to the end. So now it's time to add our last few ingredients. I like a couple jigs of Worcestershire sauce, almost a full can of beer, maybe 2/3 of a beer. I'm using a brown ale. I like kind of that sweety, nutty quality. And then it's still a little thin. So what I'm going to do is add chicken or beef stock, kind of your choice. And these all add, they kind of take away from the rich tomatoey flavor a little bit, balance it out. I'm going to add a couple bay leaves that are just going to kind of sit and give kind of their flavor and aroma to the chili. And then, it's really just cover and cook from here on out. I'd say at least an hour and a half or so, but, you can go all day. You can make it the day before, it's even better, the second day. So, I'm just going to let this go. We'll come back and see it's done. Oh, by the way, cover it. Kind of reduction's done. If you want, you can thicken it up a little bit by taking the cover off, but mostly uncovered. So my turkey chili has been going for about 2 hours. I'm going to let mine go for like an hour more. Like I said, you can let yours go for as long as you want. But about an hour before you're ready to serve it, go ahead and add your beans. Now, I'm using white beans here just because I think it's kind of cool with turkey chili. You keep it white meat, white beans. You can certainly use, more traditional pinto or kidney beans, kind of whatever you want. Just stir those in there. You want them to, they're already cooked, obviously. They're just going to incorporate, take on some of the flavor. The starch in the beans and the protein will help thicken the sauce a little bit as well. I like to cook for this last hour uncovered until I get to the consistency I want, and then we'll be ready to serve it. Whenever you really want to stop is when you can stop. Like I said, you can cook this chili for 5 hours, you can cook it for 30 hours. It's all going to be great. Really what you're looking for is the consistency that you want. You want to pull out any bay leaves that you put in there, and then you want to do a final taste to make sure, ooh, it's hot, the seasoning is on. Use a touch more salt and pepper, but not much. I really like this one. And stir that in, we're good to go. Let's serve it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and serve up our turkey and white bean chili. If at any time you decided, hey, I over-reduced this, I want to thin it out a little bit, just add a little chicken stock, a little bit of water, that's all fine. Get a nice heaping bowl. I like to serve mine with some saltine crackers and maybe a couple different types of cheeses. I got a little mozzarella, I got a little bit of cheddar, which are probably my favorites. And then for a little green scallions is awesome. I happen to have a few leaves of fresh cilantro, which I absolutely love in there. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.